in the crossfire too.
John Moffat as Hercule Poirot and Simon Williams as Captain Hastings in Agatha Christie's Lord Edgware Dies. Carlotta Adams has become the second murder victim, even though it looks as if she might have been involved in the death of Lord Edgware.
Do you really believe it was Carlotta Adams who killed Edgware?
It remains a possibility, Hastings, but the fact that she told Jenny Driver that people like Edgware would be better dead is not proof that she murdered him. Oh, if only Miss Driver had been able to provide some clue as to the identity of D, the person who gave Miss Adams the little gold box. But for the moment we must put that aside and study all those who profited to any degree by Lord Edgware's death.
His nephew, his daughter, his wife.
The man his wife wanted to marry.
But the Duke of Merton was in Paris.
Quite, but you cannot deny that he is an interested party. However, I think our first point of attack should be a further interview with Jane Wilkinson.
Lady Edgware? What do you expect to learn from her?
She is shrewd. She may be able to suggest something.
Sit down, Monsieur Poirot. Captain Hastings, if you can find anywhere to sit. I'm sorry about this chaos, but I'm trying out my mourning. Why is it that whenever you come to see me, I'm trying on hats? Ellis, I think we should see what that little one there looks like.
Yes, madam.
I've had the sweetest telegram from the Duke.
From Paris?
Of course. Guarded and supposed to be condolences, but I can read between the lines.
My felicitations, madame.
It all seems to be so miraculous. All my troubles are over. No tiresome business of a divorce. It's almost like an answer to a prayer.
I cannot say I look at it quite like that. Somebody killed your husband.
Why, of course.
Has it not occurred to you to wonder who that someone was?
No, I don't like that one. Pass me the one on the chair.
Yes, madam.
I suppose the police will find out who did it.
I, too, am going to make it my business to find out.
No, that won't do at all. Makes me look like a vampire bat. Try again, Ellis.
Very well.
Who do you think might have killed Lord Edgware?
I've no idea. Geraldine, I expect.
Who's Geraldine?
Dina, Edgware's daughter. That's the one, Ellis. Dignified without being funereal. Just my style.
Here's a letter for you, delivered by hand.
Oh, thank you, Hastings. Well, what is it you say? Talk of the devil?
How do you mean?
See for yourself.
Dear sir, I believe you came to the house with the inspector from Scotland Yard. I'm sorry not to have had the opportunity of speaking to you. I should be most obliged if you could spare me a few minutes this afternoon. Yours truly, Geraldine Marsh.
Quite a coincidence, don't you think?
Well, I must say I thought Jane Wilkinson's idea that Geraldine was the murderer was positively brainless.
Oh, brains. What do you really mean by that term? The lovely Lady Edgware, she does not know history, nor geography, nor the classics. But when it comes to choosing clothes, to making rich and advantageous marriages, her success is phenomenal. Her opinion could be useful because she is utterly materialistic, and it would be based on the worst side of human nature. So, with that in mind, I am doubly curious to find out why Geraldine Marsh wishes to see me.
I want to know why my father sent for you, Monsieur Poirot. Was he afraid of something? I must know what he said to you. Why won't you tell me?
What passed between Lord Edgware and myself was in confidence.
Then it must have been something to do with the family. I'm his daughter. I've a right to know what my father was afraid of on the last day of his life. It isn't fair to leave me in the dark.
Why are you so fond of your father, mademoiselle?
Fond of him? Fond of him?
Calm down, my dear. This just won't do. Stop it, Geraldine. Stop it at once.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be all right. That was idiotic. It was just that he asked me if I was fond of my father. If you want to know the truth, Monsieur Poirot, I hated him.
Geraldine, dear.
Oh, why pretend? You didn't hate him because he couldn't get at you. The nasty things he did didn't concern you. You ignored him.
Really, Geraldine, I don't think it's necessary to go into all this.
Monsieur Poirot, I am glad that my father is dead. At long last, I am free. And I am not in the least anxious to find this murderer. The person who killed him may well have had a very good reason.
That is a dangerous principle to adopt, mademoiselle.
Oh. Will hanging someone else bring him back to life?
No, but it may save other innocent people being killed.
I don't understand.
A person who has once killed nearly always kills again, sometimes again and again.
Oh, I don't believe it.
What if I were to tell you that it had already happened?
Another murder?
It's impossible.
No, it was an illustration only. A hypothesis. I ask pardon.
Oh, I'm very relieved to hear it. Now, Geraldine, if you've quite got over your hysterics, I've got work to do.
I am sorry. I have been making rather a fool of myself. Do you still refuse to tell me why my father called you in?
You misunderstand, mademoiselle. Your father did not call me in. I sought an interview with him on behalf of a client. That client was Lady Edgware.
Oh, I see. Forgive me. I thought that my father had perhaps thought himself in some danger. It was stupid.
Sorry, I didn't realize you had company.
It's all right, Ronald. You're not interrupting. This is Monsieur Poirot. My cousin, Ronald Marsh.
How do you do?
I suppose I should introduce you as Lord Edgware.
Give it time to sink in first.
Oh, and this is Captain Hastings.
Ah, I think we met at Aunt Jane's little supper party.
Oh, that's so.
I suspect I was a little the worse for wear.
You will forgive me, Monsieur Poirot. I would like to go to my room now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this has been rather upsetting for me. I need to lie down.
Yes. Goodbye, Miss Marsh.
Rum thing, life. Kicked out one day, lord of the manor the next. My late lamented uncle threw me out, 3 years ago. But I expect you heard all about that.
Something, yes.
Can I offer you a drink?
No, thank you.
Captain Hastings?
Not me, thanks.
You won't mind if I indulge, I'm sure. There's not much doubt about this one, is there? I'm surprised they haven't carted Aunt Jane off by now.
She happens to have a perfectly sound alibi.
How could she?
Perhaps you do not know that Lady Edgware was at a party in Chiswick last night at the time of the murder.
So, she went to the corners after all. She spent all afternoon declaring that nothing would make her go, and off she goes. When planning a murder, never depend on a woman doing what she says she'll do. So, who's your top suspect? The wicked ne'er-do-well nephew? Well, I'll give you a piece of valuable information. I called to see my uncle yesterday morning, and I'm sure you can guess why. To ask for money. And I'm sure you can guess his reaction.
He threw you out?
10 out of 10. So I imagine your thoughts would go something like this. Guilt is to be thrown by the wicked nephew on the hated aunt by marriage. Nephew, celebrated at one time for acting the female parts at OUDS, does his supreme histrionic effort. He turns up here in a fair wig and a Paris hat. In a girlish voice, he announces himself as Lady Edgware and sidles past the butler with mincing steps. No suspicions are aroused. "Jane," cries my fond uncle. "George," I squeak. I fling my arms about his neck and neatly insert the penknife. The next details are purely medical, and they can be omitted. Exit the spurious lady, and so to bed at the end of a good day's work. Works out well, doesn't it? But I'm afraid I'm going to disappoint you. I have been leading you up the garden path. For now, Monsieur Poirot, we come to the alibi. I always find alibis very enjoyable. And this is a particularly good one. 3 witnesses, no less. Mr. and Mrs. and Miss Dortheimer. Extremely rich and extremely musical. They have a box at Covent Garden. Into that box they invite young men with prospects. Do I like opera? Frankly, no. But I enjoy the excellent dinner in Grosvenor Square first, and I also enjoy an excellent supper somewhere else afterwards, even if I do have to dance with Rachel Dortheimer and have a stiff arm for days afterwards. So you see, Monsieur Poirot, there you are. When Uncle's lifeblood is flowing away, I am whispering sweet nothings into diamond-encrusted ears of the fair Rachel in her box at Covent Garden. I hope I haven't bored you.
I can assure you I have not been bored. But there is a question I would like to ask you.
Delighted. Ask away.
How long have you known Carlotta Adams?
Why on earth do you want to know?
I'm curious, that's all.
About a year. I got to know her when she gave her first show.
You knew her well?
Oh, pretty well. She's not the sort of girl you ever get to know frightfully well.
But you liked her?
Yes, I like her very much.
Then you will be sorry to hear that she is dead.
What? She can't be.
I'm afraid it is true.
But what happened?
She took an overdose of Ferranal.
Poor kid. How frightfully sad. She was getting on so well. I'm more sorry than I can say.
I, too, am sorry. I do not like to see youth deprived of the right to live.
Monsieur Poirot.
Miss Carroll, what can I do for you?
I'd like a word with you, if I may. Could you come in here?
Oh, certainly, mademoiselle. Come, Hastings.
Righto. Excuse us.
Of course.
It's about that child, Geraldine.
Yes, mademoiselle?
You mustn't pay any attention to all that nonsense she talks. She's anxious. She doesn't know what she's saying.
I could see that she was suffering from overstrain.
Well, to tell the truth, she hasn't had a very happy life. Lord Edgware was a most peculiar man. Quite frankly, he terrorized Geraldine.
We had imagined something of the sort.
He, well, I don't quite know how to put it, but he enjoyed seeing anyone afraid of him. It seemed to give him a morbid kind of pleasure.
Quite so.
He was an extremely well-read man, and a man of considerable intellect. But I'm not really surprised his wife left him. Jane Wilkinson, I mean. I didn't approve of her mind, but in marrying Lord Edgware she got all and more than she deserved.
Huh?
Well, she left him, and no bones broken, as they say, but Geraldine couldn't leave him. I shouldn't have mentioned all this, Monsieur Poirot, if it hadn't been for that very foolish outburst of Geraldine's just now. The things she said about hating her father, they might sound peculiar to anyone who didn't know.
Merci, mademoiselle. Did Lord Edgware ever think of marrying for a third time?
Oh, how could he? His wife was alive.
But by giving her her freedom, he would have been free himself.
I should think he'd had enough trouble with 2 wives as it was.
So you think there would have been no question of a third marriage? There was no one? I think, mademoiselle. No one?
I cannot understand why you keep harping on the point. Of course there was no one.
Why were you so concerned about Edgware's marrying again? I don't see the point of it.
I have been searching in my mind for something to explain his sudden volte-face regarding the matter of a divorce. There is something curious there, my friend.
Yes, it is rather odd.
If he had met someone he desired to marry, it would have accounted for it.
Miss Carroll turned down the idea very decisively.
She was perhaps a little too decisive.
But what reason could she possibly have for lying about it?
None. But it is difficult to trust her evidence.
I can't see why you think she should be lying. She looks a very upright person.
That's just it. Between the deliberate falsehood and the disinterested inaccuracy, it is very hard to tell sometimes.
What do you mean?
To deceive deliberately, that is one thing. But to be so sure of your facts, of your ideas, and their essential truth, that the details do not matter, that, my friend, is a special characteristic of particularly honest persons. Already, mark you, she has told us one lie. She said she saw Jane Wilkinson's face when she could not possibly have done so. Exact details have no importance for her. She knows. And so she answers questions in the light of her knowledge, not by reason of remembered facts. The positive witness should always be treated with suspicion, my friend. The uncertain witness who doesn't remember, isn't sure, will think a minute, yes, that's what it was, is infinitely more to be depended on.
Dear me, Poirot, you upset all my preconceived ideas about witnesses.
What was your impression of the Honourable Geraldine Hastings?
I was sorry for her. I'm genuinely sorry for her.
Yes, she has not had a happy life. That is very clearly written on her face.
At any rate, you realise how preposterous Jane Wilkinson's suggestion was that she should have anything to do with the crime, I mean.
Doubtless her alibi is satisfactory, but Japp has not yet communicated it to me.
Do you mean to say that even after seeing her and talking to her, you're still not satisfied?
But what is the result of seeing and talking to her? We perceive that she has passed through great unhappiness. She admits that she hated her father, and is glad that he is dead. And she is deeply uneasy about what he may have said to us yesterday morning. And after that, you suggest no alibi is necessary?
Her frankness proves her innocence.
What I so value about you, Hastings, is that you are the personification of the normal mind.
How do you mean?
When the criminal sets out to do a crime, his first effort is to deceive, and he seeks to deceive the normal mind. Your reactions, Hastings, are exemplary. As in a mirror, I can see reflected in your mind exactly what the criminal expects me to believe. You are invaluable.
I'm not sure that all this is exactly complimentary.
There are a few questions which concern me. The first is, why did Lord Edgware change his mind on the subject of the divorce? There is no suggestion that he was thinking of taking a new wife. The second question is, what happened to the letter he wrote telling his wife he had no objections to a divorce? To whose interest was it that Lord Edgware and his wife should remain tied together? And the third question is, why did someone telephone to find out if Lady Edgware was at a Corners dinner party in Chiswick? And who was it?
I don't seem to be getting further on any of them.
We shall try, my friend, we shall try. This evening we are going to pay a little call on Sir Montague Corner.
It's a great pleasure to make your acquaintance, Monsieur Poirot. Let me introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Whitburn.
Good evening.
I've heard so much about you, Monsieur Poirot.
And Mr. Donald Ross.
Oh, the actor?
Just so.
I have often admired your work, Mr. Ross.
Thank you, Monsieur Poirot.
Oh, but I am disturbing your cards.
Oh, not in the least. We haven't started. Will you and Captain Hastings take coffee?
No, thank you.
Not me.
But I'm sure you won't refuse a glass of cognac. Jenkins, cognac for our guests, if you please.
Yes, Sir Montague.
I'm sorry to have to bring the subject of murder to such a tranquil atmosphere.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, Monsieur Poirot. We're all quite fascinated. The inspector's already been here.
He came about Jane Wilkinson, I suppose?
It was fortunate for that lady that she was here at the time of the murder.
Yes, so it seems. I asked her, knowing she was beautiful and talented, and hoping that I might be able to be of use to her. She was thinking of going into management. But it seems that I was fated to be of luck to her in a very different way.
Jane's got luck. She'd been dying to get rid of Edgware for years. And here's somebody gone and saved her the trouble.
She seemed a highly intelligent woman. She made some very perceptive remarks about Greek art.
Ah, did she?
Edgware was a queer fish, by all accounts. I dare say he had a good few enemies.
Which brings me to the object of my visit.
Your cognac, sir.
Oh, thank you. Lady Edgware was called to the telephone when she was here at dinner. It is about that call that I seek information.
Oh, Jenkins is the man to give you that. He took the call.
Now, did the person who telephoned ask to speak to Lady Edgware or to Jane Wilkinson?
To Lady Edgware, sir. A voice asked if this was Chiswick 43434. I replied that it was. I was asked to hold the line. Another voice then asked if Lady Edgware was dining here. I said that she was. The voice said, "I would like to speak to her, please." I informed her ladyship, who was at the dinner table, and showed her where the phone was.
And then?
Her ladyship said, "Hello, who's speaking?" Then she said, "Yes, that's right." I was just about to leave her ladyship when she called to me and said that she'd been cut off. She said someone had laughed and hung up the receiver.
And was it a man's voice or a woman's?
A lady, I think, sir.
What kind of voice? High or low?
Low, sir. Careful and distinct.
Thank you. You make an excellent witness. Oh, an excellent cognac too, Sir Montague.
I doubt whether any of us will forget that evening in a hurry. Did you know we were 13 at table, Monty?
Not until we sat down. Maynard rang at the last minute to say he couldn't make it. I hoped no one would notice.
I noticed.
Was that why you were the first to leave, Mr. Ross?
You're the goods, Monsieur Poirot. You really are. So it was Carlotta Adams who went to Regent Gate. Mind you, I don't go along with the notion that someone killed her.
You think that Carlotta Adams killed Lord Edgware?
I don't see there's much doubt about it. She went there for purposes of her own. Blackmail, probably, since you say there was money in the offing. They had a bit of a dispute. He turned nasty, she turned nasty, and she finished him off. When she got home, she went to pieces. She hadn't meant to murder. So she took an overdose as the easiest way out.
And you think that covers all the facts?
We've had some odd reports coming in. One of them says a waitress saw someone like Carlotta Adams in Lyons Corner House in the Strand at 11 o'clock.
Oh, how did you come across that?
There'd been mention in the papers of the little gold box. It seems the waitress remembered that a lady she had served that evening had such a box in her hand. That may have been the moment she decided she was going to end it all. I'm sure she murdered him. There's no case against anybody else. The two people who stood to gain most were both at the opera when it happened.
You mean that Geraldine Marsh was at the opera too?
With some people called Carthy West. They saw her home afterwards, so that disposes of her.
I only wish I could be so sure.
Mind you, there are a few things that don't quite fit in. For one thing, Lord Edgware's key's missing.
The latchkey?
Yes, and some money's disappeared. Not much, mind you, but it's puzzling all the same. A cheque was cashed on the day of the murder. £100. Lord Edgware took the money in French notes for his journey to Paris. There's no sign of it.
Who told you of this?
Miss Carroll. She cashed the cheque and gave it to Lord Edgware around 3 o'clock.
Certainly a complication.
And there's something else. The butler's gone. I let him slip through my fingers.
The fellow who looked like a Greek god?
I'll give him Greek god if ever I catch him. It seems it isn't the first time he's given people the slip. He's an old hand.
Maybe it does not mean he's the murderer.
And it might account for the missing £100. I'll get it. Hello?
I'd begun to get on to him, you see. Seems he's mixed up with a couple of rather nasty nightclubs.
Poirot, it's for you. Brown Martin.
Oh, forgive me, Jap.
Let me get you a cup of coffee, Inspector.
Hello, Mr. Martin.
Monsieur Poirot, I've been talking to the lady in question about the man who's been shadowing me. You remember?
I remember.
She won't hear of you taking up the case. I've argued with her, but to no avail, I'm afraid. So we're going to have to let the matter drop. I'm very sorry to have bothered you.
It is of no consequence. I expected it.
You expected it?
I knew it would happen.
I see. Now, about your fee...
Not a penny. I have done nothing to aid you. But there is one thing I would like to ask you.
Anything you like.
How well did you know Miss Adams?
Not very well. I came across her once or twice, but I never saw much of her. I was very sorry to hear of her death. They seem to think it was suicide.
I do not think it was suicide. But I must not detain you any longer.
Once again, my apologies.
It's nothing, I assure you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Monsieur Poirot.
I'm sorry about that, my dear chap.
I must be on my way. Thanks for the coffee, Captain. Any orders, Poirot?
Orders? No. A suggestion, yes.
Fire away.
I think that you might circularize the taxicabs. Find one that took a fare, or more probably 2 fares, from the neighbourhood of Covent Garden to Regent Gate on the night of the murder, round about 20 minutes to 11.
Can't do any harm, and occasionally you do come up with a good idea.
Oh, you flatter me, Inspector.
So long, Poirot. Captain Hastings.
Goodbye, Jack.
Goodbye.
Thank you. So, what was Martin on about?
Ask me no questions, my friend. And please, bring me the benzine. A morsel of my breakfast egg descended on my waistcoat.
Oh,
and I would be obliged if you were to change your tie.
Oh, it's a jolly good tie.
Yeah, possibly so, but it is not suitable.
Oh, are we proposing to go and call on King George?
No. We are going to see the Duke of Merton. He has returned to London.
I'm told you insisted on seeing me, Monsieur Poirot, is it?
You may perhaps have heard of me.
Not that I know of.
I study the psychology of crime.
I fail to see why that has brought you here.
I am at present engaged in investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of Lord Edgware.
Indeed, I was not acquainted with him.
But you are, I think, acquainted with his wife, Jane Wilkinson.
I don't see that that's any of your business.
You are aware that she is supposed to have had a strong motive for desiring the death of her husband?
I am really not aware of anything of the kind.
I should like to ask you, Your Grace, are you shortly going to marry Jane Wilkinson?
When I am engaged to marry anyone, the fact will be announced in the newspapers. I consider your question an impertinence. Good morning.
Well, that didn't exactly go very well. What did you hope to get out of it?
I wanted to know whether he and Jane Wilkinson were really going to marry.
But she told you they were.
She told me. Oh, can one trust the word of such a woman?
Well, the Duke certainly sent you away with a flea in your ear.
He gave me the reply he would give to a reporter. But I know exactly how things stand.
Oh, yes, Inspector Japp was very anxious to speak to you, Mr. Poirot. He's hit the nail on the head as usual, he said.
Oh, in what way have I hit the nail on the head?
As luck would have it, he said, one of the first drivers I spoke to came along with the goods, and you were right all along, he said. There is a man behind it all, and he wants you to go over to Scotland Yard straight away.
Oh, but that's simply splendid. Isn't that what you wanted, Poirot?
Yes, it is what I wanted. Japp is convinced. But I was beginning to build up a very different picture of the murderer.
What kind of a picture?
Of someone who hated Jane Wilkinson so much as to see her hanged for the murder of her husband. But now, I, Hercule Poirot, am no longer convinced.
In Part 3 of Lord Edgware Dies by Agatha Christie, dramatised for radio by Michael Bakewell, Hercule Poirot was played by John Moffat and Captain Hastings by Simon Williams. Jane Wilkinson, Nicola Paget. Inspector Japp, Norman Jones. Ellis, Paula Jacobs. Brian Martin, Brett Usher. Miss Carroll, Eva Stewart. Ronald Marsh, Charles Millam. Geraldine Marsh, Joanna Myers. The Duke of Merton, Eric Allen. Ross, Terence Edmund. Sir Montague Corner, Garrard Green. Mr. Whitburn, Andrew Wincott. Mrs. Whitburn, Susan Sheridan. Jenkins the butler, Fraser Carr. Poirot's housekeeper, Jean Reed. The director was Enid Williams.
And tomorrow in Part